may involve adult themes and strong language. This is the Curse of Penance RPG.
Hello, usually would use the Swedish robot for this introduction, but we felt the need to be completely clear that this additional episode is a mishmash of mic checks, previously trimmed for time content, and generally over an hour and a half of bizarre rambles taken from across the entire recording of the Curse of Penance RPG. As always, there will be strong adult themes and sometimes context-free illogical discussion. We hope you still enjoy the nonsense. Thank you.
Right. Tensho and Belry sat together aboard the Belry. Right, I'm just going to point out, this isn't actually me reading anything from. I'm pulling this out my arse.
That's fine, sweetie.
Are we all
Just
pulling
do
fanfic
it.
out of our asses? Okay.
Tensho stroked Belry's long, hard.
You've cut out again already.
Belry slapped Tensho's hand. Get off my leg. Oh, fuck's sake.
That's it, isn't it?
Like I said, I'm riffing. You've got to give us a second to go.
It got you where you needed to be.
He needs to warm up a bit. Did you get the screwdriver and fix your mic in place?
Oh yeah, that
Right.
was the thing.
While everyone
Do it
else
now.
does their mic check, go get a fucking screwdriver and sort it.
Is it playing up because I'm actually like holding it in place with my hand at the minute?
It's okay right now, but you cut out earlier. So, yeah, you need to fix it.
Alright.
Do you know what? Nothing scares me more in the world than Dragon.
I'm really not that scary.
I feel like I should pull you
She's
up.
not.
See, to me and Amy, Dragon is not scary. To everyone else, Dragon's apparently scary.
I don't know why.
To be fair, I was just being it was a little bit of a goof.
It is something I hear quite a lot.
Right, do you want me to read my bit then?
Yeah, mic check, Amy.
Okay. I'm just gonna read you some banana nutrition facts because
Woo!
I love bananas. Bananas are tasty and light fruit. They are particularly liked for the kids who don't have teeth or have few teeth, obviously, because babies can't chew things. Duh. Nutrients. Bananas are very light and can be eaten easily. They contain vitamin C, potassium, and fiber and fat free. The best thing with bananas is that they don't contain sodium or the natural salt. Either do they contain any fat or cholesterol. This makes them pessimist. Okay, I'll stop now because I feel like I'm rambling.
We're already wrong on 3 counts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really difficult to read these sentences as well because they don't make sense.
Okay, the moment of truth. AJ.
Chapter 1. Steam and other more unpleasant gases swirled around the Jade Saber as Mara completed the landing sequence, bringing her ship down onto the oil-stained deck of one of Nar Shadar's countless docking platforms. It had been several years since she had set foot onto this forsaken moon, filled as it was with gamblers, smugglers, and other less-than-savory types. A lot had happened in her life since she was last here. Do I have to keep going? Please don't make me keep going.
No, do another half page, go on.
It's a 5-page document. It's like 3,000 words.
Oh god.
I was saying, can we do a 100 listeners this week and then we will release the full document?
Oh, do we have to? I need to check it through guys because I don't know what I've written it. But
Is this Star Wars pornography?
I hope not. I can't remember what I wrote.
Because I do remember.
I've probably got like a 15-chapter fan fiction somewhere.
You used to write a lot of porn, Amy.
I did
Probably.
not write porn. This is the thing. I did not write porn.
Really?
It's not porn, it's erotica.
No.
It's called
Not
slash fic.
intentionally.
No.
It'd be called Lemons.
Why was it called Lemons? I never got that.
Yeah, it's totally died now.
There is a anime on the go. I think it just finished last season called Citrus, and that's pretty much Yuri, which is lesbians. This is softcore porn.
Fair enough.
So,
Anyway, mic check Lexa.
continued from last week. He thought of a way to get back at Ash for making him look like a fool in front of the class, especially Misty. No, he wants to see if Ash will fight back or chicken out. Harry says, I need you to go to Ash and spit in his face so everyone can see if he will do something about it and say it was Gary. If he doesn't do anything, then Ash will be a chicken to do something about it. Some guy called Nick says, all right, I'll seize what we can do's. Hare proceeds to go where Ash, Misty and Brock are talking. Nick plans to spit right in Ash's face and say it was from Gary. Sorry. I'll leave it on a cliffhanger.
Okay. We look forward to hearing the rest of that next week. Mic check Matt.
Oh shit, I don't have anything to read. Oh fuck. I'm gonna have to read. Do you know what? This is the most pressure I've ever been under ever. 10 nutty facts to make you appreciate squirrels. 1. Squirrels can find food buried beneath a whole foot of snow. 2. A squirrel's front teeth never stop growing. 3. Squirrels may lose 25% of their buried fruit to thieves. 4. They zigzag to escape predators. 5. Squirrels may bury a nut to throw off potential thieves. Oh, pretend to bury a nut. That's quite important. Man, it's called deceptive caching. They're like, hey, I'm burying a nut over here, guys. And then they go and get the nut, and I guess they don't find it? I don't know. I don't really get the thing. But there's a picture of a fat squirrel that's really cute. Are we done?
Okay. Starting with Belry. Mic check.
Hello, I have not prepared any reading material. I had some cheese today, it was nice cheese. Called dolcetti or something. It's like a blue cheese, but it's very mild and creamy, and I would recommend it to anybody who likes cheese. No fuck, I tidied up a bunch. I found an empty Altoids tin that I'll probably put something in. I don't know.
You're getting progressively quieter as it's going.
I do not intend to do so. It's probably
You're
because
mumbling.
I'm turning my
Trail off.
like turning my head around, so my head is getting slightly further from the microphone.
You get a little bit quieter, and I gotta shout at you.
Yeah, it's pretty much me looking around the room looking for something to talk about, because to be honest, my day hasn't been all that eventful.
Fair enough, man. Right.
I'm wearing a hat right now.
It's
from Venice. It's from Venice. My brother got us it from his trip to Venice, and it's a captain's hat, and it's very stylish.
AJ.
Now that I've seen Infinity War, I can reveal that the following characters die. SpongeBob SquarePants, Bart Simpson, the Powerpuff Girls, Eric Cartman, Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, Winnie the Pooh, Superman, Harley Quinn, Tim from Tim and Eric, and
Does Tim the Toolman Taylor survive?
No, he does not. You're surprised to find, and also Dale Winton.
Aww.
He went out at the end.
Oh, Meg's got her digital laugh on again.
Oh, that does remind me. Optimus Prime dies as well.
Oh. It's like the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yes, I was gonna just read the lyrics to that, but I couldn't be asked to Google it.
Okay, Rosie.
Ash, Misty and Brock. Us as the bell just rang and we're going to meet at the front gate after they got to their lockers and put their stuff away. Lucky for Ash, Gary's just a few feet from him and Ash decides to make a bold move and go confront Gary about what happened. No backup because his friends went to their locker. Ash had Gary alone and was ready for confrontation. Gary and the two eyed each other with mad glares. Ash soon said, "Hey Gary, you want to talk trash? Come up to my face and say it to me next time, you coward." "You say bitch?" You heard me. Stop being a coward and fight your own battles. Well, Ketchum, should I make an example out of you? Just bring it, Oak. Gary began to push Ash, but Ash chopped him across the face, and Gary, to stop him pushing, was irate and then said, "We'll finish this tomorrow, Ketchum, so just watch out for yourself."
I was totally expecting that to go in a different direction.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, this feels good.
Oh no. Right. Dugong was the worst Pokemon. It was literally a dugong.
What's wrong with that?
Because it's a literal animal that exists.
What about Rattata?
Yeah, but at least it was purple.
What about Raticate then?
Right, shut up, Dugong's the worst. And
That's
I'm
Seal.
still bitter.
But Seal
I'm
was worse
still
than Dugong. Because Seal was a
I am
literal
still-
seal.
I am still bitter about Dugong.
Why?
Like however long it's been, 17 years later.
Yeah, but Seal was just a seal, and all it did was say seal.
It had a horn on its head.
Don't you shame me for my hatred of Dugong. I have yet to figure out a snappy way to phrase it, but something shaming me. Pokey shaming me. Don't pokey shame me.
Gotta shame them all.
Don't poke shame you.
Okay, so seeing as we're speaking of old ladies that tip well, I will tell you the story of the old lady who I met on my last day at the job that I got shit canned from. She was called Saturday Anne, because she came there every Saturday and she was called Anne. And she was lonely because her husband had dementia, and this was like the only time she got to herself. And she was really sweet, and she seemed to like us, and she gave us a kiss on my way out, like on the cheek. We didn't like make out or anything.
Just full on like aggressive, angry making out.
Yeah, like straight up tongue wrestling with this old lady in the middle of it. Do you know what? Every time I buy something, it doesn't matter who it is, man or woman, I just make out with the cashier. Wait, I usually get like a small discount, if just to get rid of us.
I usually get a free ride home
Ooh.
from the police.
I've always had to pay. Yeah, thank you for letting me finish that.
So you're going to visit England. Great, but what parts of England do you want to visit? The country stretches from the English Channel in the south to the Scottish border in the north, and from Wales and the Irish Sea in the west to the North Sea in the east. And England isn't a huge country. You can drive its length in a day, unlike Barovia. Yeah.
Was that your actual guitar?
I might have my actual guitar out.
Nice.
I was practicing before you guys came on.
Can I get my my melodica?
No, I'm going to put it away.
Right. Okay. Mic check, Matt.
So I'm going to tell you an old lady story very quickly. I used to work in a hotel and Saga came to visit. And one of my only skills in life is that I got an A-level in French. And I wasn't even particularly good at it. And this is the story of the weirdest compliment I've ever received, because I still don't know if it's a compliment. So there were two ladies who came in, and one of them was like 90 odd and only spoke French. And so I was angling for tips, and I was like, so every morning she'd come down and I'd chat to her in French. And then two ladies sat behind me who I thought I was getting on with. All I heard, so I was in the morning like having a chat, asking what she wanted for breakfast and stuff in French. And then two ladies who were sat behind me who I thought liked me went, "Oh, that's why his English isn't very good. It's because he's French." And that is the most bizarre situation I've been in, because on the one hand I was like, cool, they think I'm good at French, but they're also probably bigots who think that anything is good. So yeah, that was the time that I didn't know if I was insulted or not.
I'm more curious as to why they thought your English was bad.
Yeah, I think it's because I speak very quickly.
It's because you got a regional accent.
I don't have a regional accent, you have a accent.
There's a slight West Country twang to it, but not a lot.
Oh man, I'm not even born in the West Country.
So, I started another new job on Sunday, but there's this French fucker, and he doesn't speak very good English, and he can't understand my English because I speak too quick.
Just say ta marée un bout. He'll love you.
I'm assuming that's an insult.
It is. But he probably deserves it by the sound of it.
I fine. He's a nice guy. He's called Jonathan.
Just start angrily shouting "Sprechen nicht Französisch" whenever he asks you anything.
But that's German.
That's the point, Belry.
I used to confuse the shit out of German people that came to visit because I'd be like, Morgen Fräulein and stuff, and if they go to bed, I'd be like, bis morgen Fräulein and stuff. But then they'd always talk back to me in German, but I don't speak German. I learned like 3 phrases, and one of the phrases I learned was "Ich kann sprechen Deutsch," which I believe means I can't speak German.
Yes.
It's pretty close,
Sprechen
yeah.
nicht Deutsch is typically the better one, but yeah.
Well, I Google translated it, right?
Yeah.
But saying to someone in German vaguely that you don't speak German really confuses them.
Especially when you've just opened up in German beforehand.
Yeah.
You'd be better off learning to say, I only know 3 phrases.
One of which is, I don't speak
German. Please speak English, yeah. Or something like that.
I just nod along to the conversation like, ja, das ist wahr, ja. Das ist auch wahr, ja. Sehr gut.
In Japan, if you speak like 2 phrases, they go, "Oh my god, your Japanese is so good," and you're just like, so every single time it's so patronising. Then you have to go, "Oh no, I'm rubbish. Like, I'm the worst."
I understand a lot more spoken German. Like, I understand Germanic languages if spoken to me. To a certain degree, I can work my way out, but I can't speak them.
It's same. I have the same with Spanish and Italian. I can speak like 3 phrases to each.
I took a year of pre-GCSE German, and I wanted to take it at GCSE, but I couldn't because it was me and one other person who wanted to take it. And now I can't remember a lick of it.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I got the option of we did mock exams in second year, and I got 38% in French and 52 in German and 76 in Latin, and then got told I wasn't allowed to take Latin unless I took French or German as well, and I went, "No, you're alright. I'll just."
But how would they know that Lucas est in the Arboretum?
Yeah.
I can remember exactly one Spanish phrase apart from "tengo 4 años," which is no longer applicable, and in fact never was during my
The only
Spanish.
phrase in Latin I really remember is "Pingus porcus tu."
I do not know what I mean.
That means "you fat pig."
Oh, nice. So my fiance currently has a bunch of Latin written on the board because she's doing an exam where she has to learn all the Latin phrases, commercial shit like caveat emptor and stuff like that.
Well, I actually don't mind Latin. It was just, but I kind of wish I got to do it. But as I said, I couldn't really. My biggest problem with learning French is I wrote half my French exam in German because my brain just like clicks them together rather than separating them.
That is so good.
I really struggle learning more than one language because my brain just goes, "Oh, this word, it means that, and you should put it there," and then I'm like, okay. And then when I read it back, I'm like, half of this is French, half of this is German. But it's like my French teacher told my folks that he's written half of it in German. It's grammatically perfect, but half of it's in German, and I'm like, yeah, this is why I can't learn another language. My brain just clicks. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Sorry, it caught us right as I was taking a bite of this raspberry mango Haagen-Dazs ice lolly. It's quite tasty. Old ladies do love me.
Yeah.
Someone has to.
Oh.
So all
Nice
we need to
work
do
on
is
the
organise
sympathy
some
right
sort of scheme by which you do something with these old ladies and then we end up with funding.
Just clean it up there.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the face and be like, "Hi, I have some Haagen-Dazs and a podcast." I know what you're thinking. What's a podcast? Well, it's spooky, crazy radio voices.
You get to hear me use my come to bed voice, ladies.
When
Well,
should
when
they
they
call me Karen?
Why, hello there. My
Second
name is
string,
Karen
isn't it?
Lebowski, and I will be your server today.
Anyway, mic check Meg.
I don't really have anything to read, so I'll just tell you that I managed all by myself to plug in my washing machine without flooding my entire kitchen this week. So I was awesome. I adult all by myself without any need. I adulted. Adulted? I don't know.
Yes, you adulted.
You are
Adulted so well.
You are this generation's Rosie the Riveter.
Well, Keys couldn't do it. Keys just stared at it and was like, I have no idea how to do this.
Keys?
Mark. His dad came in and was like, right, you need to do this, and then left. And I was like, right, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. you're useless, you go away. And then 20 minutes later, I'd done the cycle and everything, tested, there was no leaks, there was nothing, and I came upstairs and I was like, success! Now I'm gonna build your desk. And he left for like 3 hours, came back, and his desk was built, and he was just sitting there going, yeah, I am no longer the man here. And I was like, nope, no, you are not.
You will now be called Karen.
What are you going to use to make soup?
What?
Never mind.
All I
And I
heard
like
was soup.
slowly sink back into the hedge.
I only heard soup.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
I heard what are you going to use to make soup, which I thought was like, do you have an unplugged washing machine that you're making soup in?
No, if
It's
there are
Alexa.
no leaks.
It's because it sounds like some kind of like.
You could easily adapt a washing machine
Old
to make a
war.
sort of soup blender thing.
I bet you could. Just
You
throw
would-
some like knives in there. Instant blender.
Or you could just take off the fins that are in the washing machine because they are held on with little metal spikes.
Okay.
No?
Before this gets sidetracked again, might check AJ.
I was going to read just a random article on Wikipedia, but if we're talking about adulting, I've had the house to myself all week and I haven't burned it down yet. So
Hey.
I'm doing pretty well. And I remembered to bring the bin in. So
Oh, yeah. You're not going to get sued like that guy in America.
some guy got sued for not
Oh,
bringing
he's
his
just
bin
getting
in.
kicked out of his parents' home.
Yeah. So basically, he moved into his parents' house like 8 years ago, and they tried to evict him like 40 times. And so they had to go to the Supreme Court to get him kicked out of the house.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. I hopefully won't go that far with me. That's why I'm trying to keep on top of the whole bins thing to stop my mum from
Yeah. They were like, he hasn't paid rent, he
starting
never does
legal
chores,
proceedings.
he never does anything.
Does your mum have a history of evicting her children?
No.
Classic
I'd think
Peruvian
about that,
parenting. Might check, Matt.
I have just got a random Wikipedia article. The Estonian men's national hockey team is the ice hockey team representing Estonia internationally. The team is controlled by the Estonian Ice Hockey Association, a member of the International Ice Hockey Federation. Tournament record. Olympic Games. Estonia has yet to qualify for the Olympics. World Championship. Blank. That is the end of the article.
Brief.
I say that there is a list of players who play for them.
Okay.
That's not really
Are there
impressive,
many?
though, is it?
How many people are on a hockey team?
There are 29. Well, no, that's a lie. There are 1, 2, 3. I think there's like 7 on a team, but the squad is like 15 people big, featuring such hits as Andrei Markov, Lori Lasalu, who can forget Artyom Gornoschayev, and Alexei Subitsev, and the classics that is Savali Novikov.
Oh,
Andrew Markov sounds like a villain from a Call of Duty game.
The interesting thing about Andrew Makarov, Lori Lasalu, and Robert Ruber is they all have their own Wikipedia pages, and no one else does.
I thought you were going to say they're all Estonian.
I think they are.
Oh, Dragon.
Yes, love?
Muzz sent me a text. Do you know how Muzz decided out of the blue he was going to go to that evening with Machine Head gig? And we all told him, why the fuck are you going to an evening with Machine Head? You don't like Machine Head anymore. And he went, I don't care, I'm going.
Uh-huh.
He sent me a text saying, Rob is doing that shite song with the fucking clapping. Does it improve the fucking song when played live? The answer is, fuck no.
Well, he should have fucking
True fan.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, just...
I'm just
thought I'd
imagining.
stretch
I'm just picturing him actually saying this to you as well. It's just.
For me, yeah. Okay, there was suspected unexploded World War II bomb found in Birmingham, which is interesting. So, places have
Bomb or a
been closed.
mine?
No, it's a bomb. It's an unexploded bomb that's had fallen on Birmingham. Oh my god. Birmingham. And the explosive ordnance disposal team have been called to the scene and have closed Islington Road.
That's
No,
not good for
is
the
it-
week of the expo.
Isn't it true? Middleway up to Bath Road near the city centre, and it was discovered in Aston, wherever that is. I don't know Birmingham. Never been there. And apparently they've got a Twitter feed and everything just for this bomb. apparently they have one. That's bizarre.
The problem with
But-
Birmingham, though, is it's hard to see if the bomb actually went off or not.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I think they're trying to remove it so they can take it away.
I don't know. I've never been to Birmingham, so I don't know. Is there nice places in Birmingham?
Nah, it's pretty shit.
Fair enough.
I went there once when I was 11. That's my experience of it.
A £550 bomb.
That's quite heavy.
Wow.
In fact, that's £550.
And
That's like 3 of me. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not even nearly 3 of me. It's more like 2.5.
bomb is believed to have been dropped when Birmingham was blitzed by the Luftwaffe in November 1940. So it's a safe removal.
Someone will have kept it in their garage for all these years and wheeled out to get rid of it, and they've subtly left it in a park or something, and they think they found it.
It's safely been removed now. So
Hooray.
it didn't destroy anything.
Firstly, can we just quickly talk about the fact that this televangelist has said that God has told him that he needs a 5th private jet, and he said he added he was hesitant about the purchase. It's a $54 million private jet, basically, which he's asking his believers, his followers, to pay for. Congregation word. I'll just read this one sentence and I'll get onto the game. He added, he was hesitant about the purchase first, but God had told him, I didn't ask you to pay for it, I asked you to believe for it. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's get on with the game then.
Few creatures that encounter this creature live to tell about it. Its body is covered in iron plates and its nostrils fume with green vapor. This creature's iron plates range from steely black to gleaming silver. Nope. But its natural armor in no way hinders its movement or mobility. The oils of its body lubricate the armor. A sick or inactive creature gathers rust like fungus or mange. When a rusty creature moves, its plates squeal as they rub together.
Slenderman. Spooky Slenderman.
It is not spooky Slenderman. It is challenge rating 5. It has +5 attack, +4 con. It has a move called Trampling Charge, and a Petrifying Breath with a recharge of 5 to 6.
See, all I can hear is Basilisk, and if you say it wasn't a Basilisk, so I don't know.
No, it has Petrifying Breath instead. It is in the similar class as Bullets, but bigger. It is a large, unaligned monstrosity with an armor class of 19.
What a clue.
No.
What is it then?
It is a Gorgon.
Oh. That's why I was getting the Basilisk vibes.
Yeah.
I had to fight one of those in the campaign that I was playing, and then we had to defend a whole city. It was awesome. Not as awesome as we had to defend it.
Introduced a Gorgon, but we didn't know what it was.
Mike, check, Matt.
Oh shit, it's time for your favourite podcast within a podcast, What's My Monster? These creatures, just buzz in for Belry if this is your first time you are listening. This is a buzz around, buzz in when you know what I'm talking about. These beings are beings of absolute law that adhere to a hive-like hierarchy. They inhabit the plane of Mechanus, attend its eternally revolving gears, their existence an absolute routine of perfect order. Under the direction of their leader, Primus, these monsters increase order in the multiverse in accordance with laws beyond the comprehension in mortal minds.
I know what it is, I'm just trying to download a buzzer app.
Make a buzzer noise.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hang on. Stupid slow internet.
Okay, it's fine. We'll patch this together. It'll be me.
Don't know whether I should have let him finish.
You have a voice. Make a buzzer noise.
Yeah,
I'm all
best
about
sound
sound effects.
Yeah, but the best sound effects are voice created.
Fine, hang on. Wait, no, it should be working now. Okay.
Go on, okay.
I am.
AJ, beginning with dice.
That was worth it. What is Modron?
That is correct. Well done.
It's got like several different sounds.
Oh god.
I like that one the best. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was a waste of 14 megabyte.
Hopefully that's enough from me.
Yep, that's fine. So is Belry ready to do a mic check?
Sick nasty, yo.
But seriously, your voice is like an octave and a half lower than it usually is.
Really? I don't know, maybe I've caught like the flu or something. I have been shouting a lot at work as well.
Have you done a virus protector on your computer recently?
My name is Karen Lebowski.
I think it's all the shouting I'm having to do at work, to be honest.
My name's Karen Lebowski.
I'm Karen Lebowski.
I'll offer you whatever you want.
Speaking of, apparently I missed a lot last week.
Oh man, you're gonna be so pissed.
Oh, you're gonna be so pissed.
Apart from you missed a chance at a once in a lifetime deal for like unlimited cigarettes or something.
Oh no.
We'll fill you in.
Mic check, AJ.
Hey, it's me, your boy, AJ. I don't know why I said that.
Are you going to start rapping?
Yeah.
I did
Adrian, I'm here to say.
I did an intro like that for like Penance, and it was almost instantly vetoed.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
You did,
Oh,
and then someone went,
I didn't even
don't know
remember
if I
to
can
put my
cope
phone
with
on
having
silent.
you say my boy at the start.
I feel like it was more Chaboy.
Yeah, Chaboy was
It's me,
worse.
Chaboy. Yeah, no, this is. I don't know why I started like that. I have no rapping ability whatsoever. Even like Christmas presents and stuff like that. Now I'm just rambling and hoping that somebody's going to interrupt me, but
Nope.
hanging
I
out to
object.
dry. I'll just keep wandering.
Works fine. Mic check, Rosie.
Stu and Brock and Mrs. Ketchum are in the living room and are waiting to hear what did Ash do at school.
Oh
What
man, I
happened
can't
at
wait.
school, Ash? I got suspended for 4 days for fighting. I got into a fight with Gary. He kept making fun of me at school and I warned him about, and then he sent one of his friends to spit in my face, Misty that in the stomach. After that, I confronted him after school to tell him next time to do it himself, or unless you're a coward, Gary, then begin to push me, and I chopped him across the face to make him stop. And I got him to stop, but warned me he'd get me back.
That didn't take the direction I was taking, I'll be honest.
It's
Misty and
chapter
Ash's
4.
mum was sat in the lounge. Oh, okay.
It's chapter 4 of Ash Fights at School.
Also, to be fair, are they not strongly encouraged to fight? Like, the first thing, hey, this is my grandson. Here's an animal. They'll fight each other.
Also, I feel like the title of the story kind of gives away the plot.
I know, it's the best.
Yeah,
I
but
love-
you assume it's going to be like a Pokemon fight, but it's actually just a real fight. Did anyone see the gameplay for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, by the way?
No.
No.
It looks very good. Have a look.
Do you think though, if Pokemon were real, they'd probably be banned in schools?
Yes.
I mean, they banned those, like, do you remember those, like, rubber
They don't even
balls
have
on
school in
string?
Pokemon.
They have the Pokemon school.
Yeah, but they don't have.
You have to remember that this is the age of Japan where like 12-year-olds are shoved outside and told go wander the earth with this animal.
Yeah.
They don't care about school.
I'm laughing at like Pokemon being banned in school. Like literally, like most people have got little small things, and then like there's that one kid who's got a big dick who's got like a 40-foot long fucking Onyx. Squeeze it into a classroom, and they have to make a special case for it.
Yeah.
Therapeutic Onyx.
Oh, God, yeah, I was gonna say it would be the air more, wouldn't it? You
Miss
can't.
Rosie, I'm allergic to the fan flash.
You
Well,
can't.
you just have to get up used to it.
Madam, you can't bring that coughing onto this thing. It's likely to explode. It's a therapeutic coughing, actually.
Do they have therapeutic comfort animals on planes in Pokemon World?
I mean, they must do. If I've got like a little cute Pokemon, I'm cuddling the shit out of it. I don't care. Who knows?
Chansey, so it just says Chansey every time I tell it to do something.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Mike's back.
Hey!
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
that's fine. Awesome.
Hey.
Wow, you just sounded like a gamer.
Did I? Oh, convenient.
Okay, guys. Hey, welcome to my channel. Before we go through this 20-second hidden, don't forget to subscribe.
Smash that like button.
10
Smash
minutes
the like
later.
button.
So, to solve this puzzle, what you do is you're gonna click that left box there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Those are my least favorite videos where you like watch one and it's like, here's a great tip on how to do this puzzle, and it's just like 3 seconds of puzzle and an hour of shit.
Yep.
Sorry.
Promo.
Sorry, I got emotional there.
Therefore,
as I said,
yeah.
it happened to me with a bike. I got rammed into by a bike, and I think I damaged the bike. And this person's looking at me, why didn't you get out of the way? And I'm like,
I'm walking here. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the person on the bike does have a valid point. If I saw a bike coming towards us, I think I would make steps to avoid the bike.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
think
but-
they own the roads.
Yeah,
they don't
my
tend to
dad
do
would
things
agree.
like that.
My dad would agree with you, Tom.
A pedestrian shouldn't be on the road either.
it wasn't on the road, it was on the pavement.
Pedestrians also have right of way.
Yep.
True, but in a practical sense, I'd rather
No,
not get hit by
They
the
have right
bike.
of way.
There's a little tunnel that I have to walk through on the way to work, and it literally has a sign on either end saying cyclist dismount pedestrian right of way. And every morning, the same guy gets pissy at me because I don't get out of his way. I'm like, mate, fuck
You
off.
think he'd have learned by now?
Yeah.
So what,
I used to
it
get
was,
so mad at my husband when he used to move for bikes in Japan. I'm like, they'll never learn if you move.
he used to like go behind us. I'm like, excuse me, and we just ignore him. And then one day I was like, oh hi, morning, and he's like, get away. I'm like, in a minute.
I'll tell you what, the people in Belgium though are really, really bad because
Yeah.
you'll be trying to cross the road and they will just fly into you from
Yeah,
any
but then
direction.
you can sort of like redirect them and they go into a ditch or like a lake or something.
Oh no, there was this like elderly old lady trying to cross the road at the crossing and she literally just put her foot out and this cyclist just went flying. She nearly went with him.
I have seen
ridiculous.
before someone trying to
Mad.
go at an old woman in Paisley when I used to live there, and just watching this old man turn around and smack him off the bike with a handbag.
That's the most Scottish thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Get
that's
to
Paisley,
fuck
that's-
your cycling.
No, when I was growing up, there was this old woman. She looked in about her 80s, and she walked basically this wolf,
Yeah.
right? And it wasn't a dog. This was a fucking wolf. This is fucking huge, shaggy. This is a fucking wolf, right? Walked on a piece of string. No joke. Like, wasn't a lead. It wasn't a piece of string. Every time I did anything wrong, she battered fuck out of it with her handbag. And just this old woman walking around with this giant wolf, like 4 times the size of her.
On a string.
And just smacking it with this handbag.
Its lead was a string, wasn't it?
It was genuinely a piece of string. Just
That's
this
insane.
fucking crazy old woman with this giant fucking wolf. Just every time I did anything wrong, beating it within 7 bells with its handbag. Just like,
A shame.
Meg.
I was gonna do one about the laundry revolution, how one woman's drying knickers spurred a mutiny in Devon.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, that shit's all over anything I've got to say.
When Coylton, I don't know how you say it, resident Claire Montejoy got a letter asking her not to hang her laundry out, locals started a show of support with a bra up, a flagpole, and pajamas in the town square. She got done because she was hanging her knickers out in her own laundry line. And people took offense to it. Someone took offense to it. And they got this awful letter through the door. And it's like, what?
Were they
To be
like
fair, when I
suggestive
worked
underwear or
at
something?
a nursery, who lived next to the nursery, she had the biggest knickers, and she'd always have 7 of them in a row. And I just every day just looking at her knickers.
How is she using 7 pairs of knickers a day?
But it was like a lot.
That's impressive.
It's like she just did a knicker wash. It was weird.
Yeah, so all these people started hanging their washing in random places in Devon.
That's amazing.
In fairness, that's normal for Devon.
Yeah, they're quite funny. I just thought it was funny.
So there's a line which I believe is called the Robinson line, but it could be called the Cocker line, and it is the line at which someone is so famous that more than 50% of people you ask for has heard of them, but no one knows that they're dead if they died. As in, if someone said to you right now, "Oh yeah, because Anne Robinson died 2 years ago," you'd be like, "Oh, okay." You'd
Is that not the
believe it.
Mandela effect?
Wait,
or
Anne
something
Robinson
similar?
died?
No,
she's
she's
not.
alive.
No, she's very much alive.
But
That's the point. It is.
People
yeah,
would
it's
know who they
Mandela.
were.
That was pretty believable.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, when you... I think I remember someone talking about this vaguely before when they were young and everyone thought Kurt Cobain was alive for years, and then they're like, oh shit, he's dead. Oh well.
Yeah, it's a kind of basically the maximum people that would know who a person is. But so ideally, everyone in the world would know who this person was, but no one would know that they died. Now, obviously, that's not realistic. But
Keith
there must
Chegwin.
be. Who?
Chegwin.
Yeah, I feel like anyone who died 2016, 2017 though is unfortunately excluded from this analysis because that was definitely an outlier year of celebrity deaths.
Oh, that was awful.
It was
the
insane.
worst year ever.
Alan Rickman, man.
Oh man,
Was it 17 Bowie died, or was it 16?
17 I think.
Yeah,
no,
he was
16.
the last.
16, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was the first one, was he not?
Yeah.
I remember where
I was still
when
working at Kelly when that happened, so
died.
it might have been 16.
There's a man. Sorry.
I was in a taxi going to Handy, and that's when I heard that David Bowie had died. It's what's that thing that everyone's like? Do you remember where you were when thingy?
Kennedy was
9/11. That's the one I was thinking.
Okay.
Of.
Do you remember where you were when Cliff Richard got shot?
I feel like this is this generation 9/11, and that people will remember where you were when you heard about it. Does that make sense? Is that culturally insensitive? Probably.
No, an awful lot of people would say that. It's like, oh, do you remember where you were and that such and such? Yeah, I remember where I was in 9/11 completely.
I was at school.
I'd just come home from school.
I
and
just
turned
got
on
home
the
as well,
news.
yeah.
Same.
I'm pretty sure that I didn't hear about
You're really
it
young,
until
weren't you?
a few days after.
Really young though, Belry, weren't you?
I was quite. What year was 9/11?
2001.
2001.
Yeah, I was quite young.
I was 12 or 13.
I was 8.
Oh, Belry, you're such a baby. I thought you were older than me. That makes me sad.
I literally just said 10 minutes ago that I'm 25.
Yeah, but I wasn't listening to you.
The eternal weeb keeps him young.
The milk of weebism.
He's just waiting. One day Senpai will notice him and then he'll age. The day senpai notices you, you become senpai.
It just
Senpai will
crumbled to
never
dust.
notice him.
It's a hard because you spend your entire life trying to get senpai to notice you, but once
Do you know what?
do,
That
like,
just sounds
sort
so weird in a Geordie accent.
of- Sorry.
Oh,
what accent?
In my mind, you're a Geordie. Deal with it.
Ooh.
I'm not even
Fighting
a little bit
words.
Geordie. There's a French guy at work and he's from France.
Whoa. I think you're going to say a French guy from French Guyana. I was going to be like, wow.
He's
Canada.
really amused. He's really amused by the glottal stop because he doesn't speak the best English, but the glottal stop really amuses him.
The what?
And so you know when you say like butter or water
Uh-huh.
or like metal,
Yeah.
you know when you drop the T's if there's a double T.
You miss out the end of the word and it's just kind of
Yeah, it's when you drop.
sounds.
Yeah, you drop the T's in any word with a double T.
No, but
Yes.
carry on.
But he's really amused by glottal stops. It just really tickles him for some reason.
I just like the fact that glottal stops has a glottal stop in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glottal stop, yeah, there you go, glottal stop. And he'll just make fun of people by going butter, but like in a really weird French accent at the same time.
How can you say butter weird in a French accent? That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh. Have I told you about the time that like 5 people at a French market laughed, like genuinely laughed their asses off at my expense?
Why? Because you tried to speak French.
No, so I can speak. I have an A-level in French, so I can speak pretty good French. But this guy had a weird ass accent, and he was trying to sell me some cheese at a Christmas market.
That does sound pretty French.
Exactly, and there were a couple of people hanging on there.
He was Canadian,
like-
wasn't he? He was Ryan Reynolds.
It was Ryan Reynolds, and then he was like, "Ah, voulez-vous le fromage?" And I was like, "Oh, qu'est-ce que c'est?" He's like, "Oh, c'est le fromage de chèvre." Now, because I thought he said the word chèvre, but he actually said the word chèvre, but in his weird accent, they were quite similar. So there's me being really like, "Le fromage du chèvre," and he's like, "No, le fromage du chèvre." I'm like, "Chèvre?" He's like, "Chèvre," and like, and I was like, "I need to say this in English because I don't want to buy dog cheese." I'm like, "You mean dog?" And he was like, "No, goat," and everyone just started pissing themselves laughing because his friend, he had a dodgy ass accent, and everyone laughed.
I feel like, because the milk pigs, but you
can
don't
milk
get very...
anything.
You
milk
can't
anything,
milk
right?
anything with enough force.
Yeah, but so pigs don't give much milk, so pig milk's really expensive, and I feel like dog milk would also be up in there.
Probably, but then I was like,
Well,
he's in a
goodness,
weird
well, the vitamins
special
for
like,
Marabou and jelly.
yeah, lasts as long as any other milk. Dog's milk.
Why is that?
Well, no bugger will drink it.
Exactly.
Why?
Finally, someone else gets rid of our quotes. Thank fuck.
I've been rewatching all of the series 11 and 12 they did for Comedy Central
Aye.
that are just really good because
Yeah, really
they're
good.
just like
I actually
just
do like the last 2 series. They're
Yeah,
a lot better
but-
than 10. 10 was kind of...
yeah.
10 was good, but it kind of felt like it needed to find its feet again.
Yeah, they tried to make it new and with all the CGI shit, and then they're like, actually, let's just make it old and tacky like it used to be, and just give them stupid stories.
Old and tacky works so much better.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anyway,
Yes.
now I have been recording effectively for 7 minutes of us talking utter shite.
Just make a really, really loud noise with like 3 seconds of silence either side, and it'll be really easy to spot in the recording.
It's my time to shine. Hold on.
Here we go. Right, ready?
Like 3 seconds of silence.
Oh, go.
Right. If you want some silence,
Ozmand, penance.
if we're after silence, why is milk the fastest dairy in the world?
Don't know.
It's not a dairy.
Because you blink and it's pasteurized.
Oh,
that's terrible.
However,
That was the
okay.
intention, it was to create silence.
Okay, super interesting fact. This will definitely create silence. In British Sign Language, milk is like you mime milking a cow in front of you and holding your thumbs up and your fingers at bottom fingers slightly down. Pasteurized milk is literally you do the exact same mime but move it in front of your eyes. Yeah, see?
That's
If
how you get awkward silence, Belry.
If you need
That's
silence,
literally the joke I just told, though.
yeah, no, but the point I'm
it
making.
wasn't.
No, the point I'm
I'm
making
just
is
going to
that
put all of this at the end of the episode and just go, fuck it, it'll do.
that's literally how British Sign Language does pasteurized milk. As in, I know it's a shit dad joke, but that's also how British Sign Language actually genuinely does it. Like, that's not a joke, that's just a true story.
Never leaving banter in our podcast because we're always moaning about.
To be fair, we were moaning about people who weren't here last week, so.
Oh, you bastard!
Right.
Well, we didn't tell you who it was.
Might pour a drink real quick, but I can mute my mic while I'm doing
That's
that.
fine. Right.
But then we can make it the full Curse of Penance ASMR edition. Let's just do a random ASMR episode where everyone just whispers. Let's not do that. Yeah, I'm in a weird mood today. I'm going to throw it out there, yeah. Like, I understand that's a bit of a weird statement in and of itself because you've met me, but...
I haven't met you.
Well, okay, you know me vaguely from a podcast doing and you're all my best men at my wedding.
We've come to regard you as people we've met.
Are you already married?
No, I'm getting married next year.
Ah, I thought you were married.
Let's do a meet up at the wedding. Appropriate for your wedding.
Yeah, we'll crash your wedding.
You won't, as long as you bring good presents.
We'll turn up in costume.
As in, I've got a friend with loads
Someone's
of
gonna
money.
bring you teaspoons and you're gonna fucking hate them.
Oh, yeah.
Who buys silver like cutlery anymore? Jesus.
Don't know.
Yeah,
I
just
don't think
steal
he
the
does.
plastic things from service stations like everyone else.
Yeah.
I was genuinely thinking I need to get better teaspoons because teaspoons I have are shit.
I used to wear a hat before I left it on a bus in Edinburgh.
That's a crazy story. I love it. In my mind, it's like a top hat.
I'm going to find my top hat.
Are you
Bring
going
it up
to
to
record
Tabletop
tonight's
Scotland.
episode with a top hat on?
No, he's gone.
Silence. Right. Okay.
Je suis fini.
So, mic check, Karen.
I pressed the wrong button, guys. Yay. Take that off your bingo cards.
Yay!
Jesus.
I fixed it.
Yay!
So at first, I was like, I pressed the wrong button, which was true, and then I made a really funny joke about how you have to take that off your bingo cards.
And you
But-
pressed the wrong button so no one heard it.
Yeah, because I'm a twat.
No, we
Yeah.
heard it.
Oh,
Did
what? What? Did we?
I heard it.
Oh.
I think you just connected mentally.
I am broadcasting from the cupboard though, Belry.
Joke's on you, I do not have a cupboard.
I know, I had to bring one in.
That weird ottoman in the corner.
I was wondering where that came
It
from.
looks vaguely like a coffin. It's AJ's uncle's.
I haven't actually really done that much this week, except serve drinks and give people ham. The ham was actually really good. If you ever fancy coming to Almouth, visit the Sun, they have good ham.
Are you still fighting with the Stella tap?
No, right. Only
By
the
fight
ham.
with, do you mean trying to remove yourself from?
No, because, right, okay. So, I'm getting the hang of pulling pints. Except for Stella. Except for Stella. Stella just doesn't want to play ball. I think part of it is because it's not even a pull tap, it's like horizontal, twisty thing,
I remember
which
that.
doesn't help. And also, the Stella just doesn't want to make a head very often. Well, but I've got the hang of like a full pint of Stella, but a half pint of Stella is just not my friend.
Who's ordering a half?
Belgians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we actually had some Belgians in.
It's true.
Yeah.
Belgians drink only half pints of beer. I lived there.
To be fair, I think they only do that when they're abroad, so that when you go to Belgium, you're like, oh, €6 for a beer. Well, I guess that's fine. And then they give you a half.
No. I lived in Leuven, and it was €1.50 for a half pint.
Nice.
Well, we
Stop
had
it, saw me coming.
There was a Dutch
Yep.
couple in the other day.
Shout out to Leuven, by the way.
On the holiday, and they ordered full pints like regular people. But then Dutch isn't Belgium, actually, is it?
No, it's
No.
not. That's Netherlands.
That's a different
Did they
country.
put it on their heads and drink it through straws?
Why are the Dutch really awkward? In that, like, Dutch is not the name of the country either. Like, it's completely different.
That's just the name of the language.
And it always throws me. It's like, oh, where are you from? The Netherlands. Oh, so you're Netherlandian? Like, no. That's what
Netherlandian, Bill. Get it right for fuck's sake.
Like, every other country has a logical fucking nomenclature, except the Dutch. And
Edinburgh.
what are people from Edinburgh called?
Cunts.
Wait.
I always hate
No, seriously, there's no term for people from Edinburgh.
I'm going on Google.
Edinburghers or whatever.
No, so I know this one.
You've got
So, Dutch-
you've got Glaswegians, you've got like Dundonians, Aberdonians, all that stuff, but Edinburgh is just cunts. There is no term for it.
So
To be
the
fair,
reason we
I didn't
call-
like it as well.
The reason we call people from Netherlands Dutch comes from so like Deutschland is like people of, so Deutsch is like people of a place, so
But Deutschland
Used
is
to be in English.
German.
I know they used to be in England when it's like in the 1500s-ish, that kind of
And
era
it's
was
just
all
the
one thing under
predating
it.
the Franco-Prussian War.
They're all.
Yeah.
It's all part of the area which is Germanic speaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the Holy Roman
So
Empire.
that's why the links are there.
Yeah, so they all belong to the Holy Roman Empire, and we're like, hey, those are like the Deutsch people, and then Germany became Germany, and we started calling them Germans, but then we didn't.
We
ever
call
do.
them German because of the Latin name rather than the name that they had for themselves.
Yes, Germania.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it never happened. It never changed with Dutch. We still call them Dutch.
People
But-
from Edinburgh. Sorry, I thought you were finished.
Yeah, I am finished.
Okay, you better be. People.
So concludes today's
Yes, Belry?
People from Edinburgh are called, and I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, and I have to turn my head away from the computer screen to actually use this microphone, so it probably won't go well. Are called Loudonians?
No, they're fucking not.
I've never even heard that.
That's like
I've
one of those
never
things
heard
someone-
that in all my years.
Someone in London just invented that word and was like,
Yep.
oh, let's call them this, and no one ever does.
It's another Latin thing, like it comes from what Latin
Loudonian.
because it comes from the Latin Lothian.
Well, Lothians is not, well,
Laudonia is the Latin for Lothian, sorry.
Fight.
Anyway,
in Edinburgh.
Right.
Right,
indeed.
mic check, AJ.
Enrique is the Spanish variant of Heinrich of German origin. As a given name, it ranked 298 out of 1,219 for males of all ages in the 1990 US Census. Equivalents in other languages are Henry, English, Enrico, Italian, Henrik, Swedish, Danish and Norwegian, Henri, French, and Henrique, Portuguese.
I did not associate Enrique with Henry.
No.
And now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
It's like Giuseppe Verdi, though, isn't it? It sounds so cool, and you realise he's just George Green, which is far less cool.
Why did you ruin his Epi Verde for me?
Sorry. I had Don't Tell the Bride ruined for me the other day.
Okay, mic check, Matt.
I know someone who was on Don't Tell the Bride, or rather their friend was on Don't Tell the Bride, and apparently they deliberately make shit go wrong. Like when it's like, oh, the cars haven't arrived yet, it's because they made the cars late. And they give the grooms like 3 choices of dress, none of which are the ones that she really wants. And they literally give him bad choices so he can't possibly win.
I mean, I can't say I'm terribly surprised that that's what they do.
No, I know. And it's the same kind of formula every time. What do you want to do? I want to get married in a fancy country house. What do you want to do? I want to get married at a fun fair.
To be fair, everything is better at a fun fair.
Except for fear of clowns.
What if the clown?
Yeah, no.
What
No,
if the
no
clown
clown.
is in the dunk tank and you can throw the balls to drop the tank?
But then the clown
in the water?
disappears under the water, and then you
Yeah,
want it to reappear later near
But
you.
what if it's not full of water? It's full of scorpion.
If it's full of acid, maybe.
Then he'll throw scorpions at you.
It's not really a dunk tank then, it's more of a dunk terrarium.
AJ is on form. So, first stupid story of the night. I went to America for the first time about 6 years ago because my uni did a thing where they gave us like £1,000 if we got maximum grant money to like help us fund housing for next year deposits and stuff. But it was my 3rd year and my friend was in Georgia studying, and I was like, hey, it's nearly midterms over there, so not midterms, spring break. So I was like, I'll go over there, hang out with them, because I know that he's going to stay with his friend in Florida. So I was like, I'll go to Florida, because they said if I wanted to go over, I'd be welcome to, because they're nice people. And so I buy a ticket then, do my ESTA that night, and then go out the next like Friday. It was great. But I got to US Customs, and the man was like, you don't seem to have many bags there, sir. I'm like, oh well, I'm just traveling for like a week and a half. He's like, okay, and how much cash you got with you? And I was like, oh, I had like $250 because I didn't have a lot of money left after the tickets. And he was like, okay, and how long are you staying for? I was like, a week. He's like, and is that gonna be enough? I'm like, yeah, probably it'll be fine, because I was staying with them, so we weren't eating out and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, so whereabouts are you staying? And I was like, oh, I don't know the address. And he's like, right, okay, but who is this person? I'm like, well, she's a friend of mine. Right, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to like crash on their sofa for the week and it's going to be fine. He's like, okay, so, and where do you know these people from? And I was like, well, I say it's friend of a friend. Oh, okay, and where's your friend know them from? They met on the internet. And this guy just looked at me like, I'm not letting you in the country. And luckily, because I didn't know the address, didn't know where, he was like, do you know where it is? And I was like, no. Luckily, at that point, I got a phone call from the people being like, oh, wait, just, we're outside in the car park. And I was like, right, okay, hold on, bear with me. And I just ran through all the questions again with these people. And luckily, they let me into the country. And that's the time that they didn't let me to America.
They didn't select you for a random cavity search then?
No, but they did open my luggage because I had an electric kettle in there. And they were like,
Why did you have a kettle? Because America doesn't have proper kettles.
Yeah, they only have.
That is very true.
They have stovetop or coffee machines, and the coffee machines will always taste slightly like coffee. The problem I had is that I'd loaded the kettle with Yorkshire tea bags. So what I had is this electronic device with like plugs and wires and shit, with then this like organic looking shit.
Actually,
the whole thing of little bags
Actually,
of stuff.
the kettle thing isn't true because
been to Florida a few times, and every time we've went, there's always been a kettle.
Well, okay,
Like
the
a
people I'm
regular
staying with.
kettle.
Have you been staying in hotels or?
No, in villas, in actual people's houses as well. Like
Okay,
they do that exchange thing.
I think they quite often will have things in for if they're trying
but
to.
did these people you moved with drink tea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then that's why they had a kettle. Most Americans don't drink tea.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It's not as common as certainly as over here. Like, the fact that you couldn't imagine walking to someone's house over here and them not having a kettle. That's just weird.
Yeah, that is very
Yeah,
very
even I have a kettle. Let's see.
Also, people who put milk in first are also weird.
And the kettle, yeah.
Do you know what?
Anyone who puts milk in the kettle is fucking weird.
I'm going to ask you to stop the recording because I'm about to say something terrible. I'm going to say two things terrible. Firstly, I put my milk in before my tea. There you go, I said it.
Heathen.
Yep. Because Lucy, my partner, likes a very specific amount of milk in her tea, and if I overfill it, I then got to go to the sink, pour it out. I know how much milk she has, so I just have to leave it to brew a little longer. I always pour it on the tea bag so it still brews properly. But yeah, then this is also the same week in which I have begun knowingly ordering pizzas with pineapple on.
Ah!
And I now think it's a great idea. And do you know what? I for so many years resisted ordering pineapple on pizza, and I was wrong.
I still maintain pepperoni and pineapple works very well. But only certain pepperonis. If it's crispy pepperoni, works very well.
Would it alarm you to know that the pizza I had, which I ordered, which is my new favourite pizza, was stuffed crust, obviously. Hopefully no one's been used to that point. Extra cheese, because I had 4 toppings. Pineapple, which was the main culprit people were worried by. Olives, and anchovies.
Very salty pizza.
I'm worried, but that's why I've got the pineapple, because the pineapple, brings it out. Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Anchovies are very strange. I wouldn't eat them normally, but I have had them in, Italian cooking and stuff.
Let's think anchovies when they're in,
Just balls of salt.
Well, the thing is, when they're cooked, they are, but when they're fresh, you can, when they're marinated in oil, they are delicious and tangy and, Here's the thing, if you say the word salivate, your mouth begins to salivate.
Yes, I saw that on Taskmaster.
Yeah, I love Taskmaster. That's my new favourite thing. No, that's my second new favourite thing. My first favourite thing.
I've only started watching, is it season 6 or 7 at the moment, the new one?
6.
Yeah, I started watching it because I'm only on episode 2 or 3, because I didn't realise the new series was out, and I was like, oh, fucking hell.
It's a good season.
Going back to the wedding invitation, if you write it to Meg, don't worry, my local coffee shop, Costa, name drop, because it's so good.
So, Costa, you want to sponsor
Costa.
Meg as a person?
Yeah.
No, seriously, they know my order by sight. They see me and they make it. I've had 3 coffees already this week, and all 3 times the girl has seen me in the queue, made it, and put it out the front, ready for me before I've even paid for it yet. And they all talk to me.
With the chip shop, it was a problem.
I used to have that, but with the off license.
Even if it's one of the I've got the regular 4 servers. Even if it's not them, the others know me. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're the dirty chai girl," and I'm like, "Yes, I am."
What the hell is a dirty chai?
Because it's so good.
What's a dirty chai?
It's a chai latte with 2 shots of coffee.
Oh, that sounds quite nice. I like a chai. Although, if I'm having a chai latte, it's chai latte.
However, do not get it from Starbucks because
oh yeah, no, Starbucks.
No.
Do you know what? Can I have Starbucks as my fuck you of advertiser sponsors?
So what we're saying is Costa, yay, Starbucks, fuck off.
Yeah. So
They're
no, their chai tea latte is so watery. It's just
it's
drinking.
awful.
Yeah, no, it tastes dreadful. Is dreadful, and everything's dreadful.
And their coffee is rank. It's awful coffee. At least I used to work for Costa. I love their coffee. They take their time over making their coffee.
And let's not forget, every single time you see something bad news about a coffee shop, it's Starbucks.
Yeah.
Did you read that thing about
Costa do a lot for foundations and things as well.
Yeah. Did you read that thing in the newspaper about the guy with a stammer who walked into Starbucks, said his name was Sam, but he had a stammer, and they wrote his name as SSS Sam, and the guy was like, "Is there a Sam here?" And then he complained to head office, probably quite rightly about that, and they said, "We're sorry you felt disrespected. Here, have a £5 voucher."
The only time
Does
I go into
cover a coffee in Starbucks?
Probably not.
No.
The only time I go into Starbucks is with Mad Munchkin, and when we go up to the counter, we're both called Amy, by the way.
Okay.
So when they ask you for your name, I always just say Meg. It is literally I'm Meg at the coffee shop.
Fair enough.
Of the coffee shops.
I don't think I've ever given the same name more than once every time I've ordered anything.
Oh, you were there when I said
No,
my
I
name
know,
was
but
Meg.
whenever I go anywhere and they ask me for a name, I very rarely use the same name.
Yeah, it always funny though.
Very often it's things like, what's the name? Bernard. Thomas.
Yep.
It's just
Barney.
I just don't bother. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh,
whatever.
Barney's a good one.
I
Yeah.
actually have a staff ID card from my old work that says Barney Rubble on it.
Nice.
Because someone decided that I should be called Barney Rubble. Yeah. Genuine photographic ID of me saying Barney Rubble.
I had that once, so I used to be a pretty bigwig in the world of university level handball, a sport that no one's ever heard of at a level that is shit.
I did a lot of handball at university, but
Cracker
let's not get into that.
Good. It was decided, and for literally no reason at all, that my nickname should be Emu. Because, and here's the criteria, because on the Facebook page for the British University website thing, for handball stuff, I was listed down there because I was a committee member because I was super cool and wanted to prove I was okay at sports. Well, I'm not. I just picked a shit sport and then got moderately okay at a time when that was all it took to be good. And the guy who ran the page for us, the secretary of the page, was like, hey, your surname begins with an E. So does the word emu, and just changed my name to Matt Emu.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't get
he has
it.
no sense of humour whatsoever.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, to be fair, but it kind of stuck, and I don't know how. And he now lives in the Philippines and has a banana farm.
Wow. Okay.
It's not really relevant.
You know,
he just went to
you know
Take a bit
those,
of a right turn at the end there.
It is definitely a surrealist feel coming through tonight.
you know those uni shirts that get for like people who graduate where they can put your initials on it and say that you're
Yeah.
this and that? Yeah, I got offered one of them and I got asked if I could, because they had up to 3 initials, and I said, can I have dog? And they told me to go away.
Ah, she said, what's your name? My name is Donald Orange Glover, named after the famous actor, and my mum's favourite fruit.
Yeah.
And then,
No,
like,
they-
Donald Glover,
it's
like,
because they knew who I was, and they were like, you have to have your real name. And I was like, I have 4 initials anyway then. And they went, well, you're doubly out of luck then. Fucked off.
Who has 4 initials?
Yeah, sadly.
To be fair, I did once convince a busload of people on the way back from MOD Sports Day last year that I had 5 middle names, a ratio of which was 1.
I have the worst
No.
initial,
Why, Belry?
because my name's Ben Simpson.
I
Heard it here
call
first,
bullshit.
everyone.
I don't know, my dad's name is Mark Lawrence and his surname begins with an E, because you can't find me stalkers, and but that means that his initials are Emily.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I have any funny stories left.
Plus, I don't know why you were hiding your last name when I've already got you on Facebook.
You've got me on Facebook, but our listeners don't.
That's true.
How,
I didn't even
how do
realise
I
we were
know
recording
that? Exactly. How do we know that, like, someone isn't going to stalk me? But let's be honest, Tubbs is a fan favourite, along with Rosie, Meg, Oz, and the other one.
Karen.
Yeah, I was being funny.
It's fine, I was crying in a corner.
I mean, to be fair, that suits my jokes because it fell flat, and that's fine. But yes, how do I know someone's not going to like become obsessed with me and start stalking me home?
Why would they stalk your home?
Because they want to break into my flat and wear my skin as a body glove, and then make mad, passionate love to my skinless corpse.
It's very warm.
It is quite warm at the moment, to be fair. So probably in the winter.
Put you in a freezer till then.
Yeah.
Let the suit nicely contract.
Surely you want it to expand, right?
Well, you can cut it at the knees and the elbows and the shoulders. As long as it moves properly, you'll be fine.
So what you're saying is you want to make my body into a play suit?
I would never fit you.
Sorry, my internet's being a pain in the ass.
It's fine, we're just talking about wearing each other's bodysuits, you're not missing much.
Okay.
Oh, God. Looking flashbacks to Monday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like we are the ultimate definition of the murder hobo group.
Yeah,
Again with that
kinda
we.
are.
I don't.
Although, I don't know, I feel like we've kind of
Apart from
gone...
you, AJ. Oz is not a random murderer.
Yeah, I try not
Arrest
to.
you.
I wouldn't say Meg is a random murderer either. I think last
Meg's a
week.
very specific murderer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say
Yes.
given...
She's got her
I'd say
book.
given... Yeah.
A book of
Just
murder.
ironically, always slightly the wrong target.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go on value of people killed, like, I've just killed a bunch of randomers. Or people who
Yeah.
should have died anyway.
Meg was the one who wanted to kill that dead guy last week.
The
Yeah.
girl. You were the one who wanted to kill the guy. You were the one beating the corpse.
I am
Who here has
punching my
not beat a
salad!
corpse?
I never bet up a corpse.
Yeah, the number of corpses I have to wrap when I was a student nurse. Jesus Christ.
To be fair, the ones that we found were a couple of 100,000 years old.
Yeah,
Well,
it's worse when
100,000,
you've been
isn't it?
speaking to that person the week before, then you have to wrap their body the week later.
Yeah.
Kind of
Aw.
has a damper on it.
You know what? Fuck the podcast. Let's have a therapy session.
Oh God.
We've had the weird story of my brother. Who wants to get something off their chest?
We've not had the story of your threesome yet. We should probably get that down now.
It-
Right.
It wasn't even. It was.
Why?
I feel like we're overselling this because it was a threesome invitation, not a threesome. I'm not. Let's be honest. We've established one thing.
If you didn't want to tell the story.
Fuck my story. Mine's actually telling someone. Mine boils down to someone said, "Do you want to have a threesome?" I said no because I was awkward. Crack on.
fuck's sake.
Keeps trying to buy me things that I'll have to explain to people.
Is he your sugar daddy?
I bought Belry some bees. A gnome.
A box of wooden bees.
Box of wooden bees and a gnome with a large hat.
I had this mental image of literally you handing him like a reused cardboard box, like an Amazon box or something, and he opens it and there's just a bunch of loose bees in there.
Yeah, well, he did say when I got his address, because I was sending him a t-shirt, he said, "Don't send me bees." So the first thing I did was send him a box of bees.
That's such a you thing to do.
Yeah. He's like, I need to find some bees.
Yep, so I found a bag of wooden bees on Amazon and I got it posted to Bill.
I think out of all my birthday gifts, you were the best one for sending them because you just said
you were toy.
no.
Toy gross.
You also yes, that as well. But you also sent me the badger thing, and only me and my cousin out of all my entire family understood it. I was like, yes.
Amy went to Belgium. I sent Amy a box containing a badger, some mushroom sweets, and a grouse.
No. Was the grouse famous?
Oh, actually, no, and a snake as well. There was some snakes.
Yeah, the snake as well.
Right. I'm
Anyway.
rolling to find the plot. I rolled a 12 to find the plot.
Have you not heard the one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people here?
Vaguely, yeah.
Really? It's like a Butlands thing.
That's England. I've never in England.
Is it the one-eyed, one-horn flying purple leader, one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people leader, one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people leader, something to me.
Is it like a? Is that...
I wish I was.
I had never considered the possibility that the one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people leader would be an alien. I always thought it was a monster.
Well, monsters are better than aliens.
What about if it's like Pacific Rim where the monsters are also aliens?
Yeah, but they're more monsters than aliens.
I do enjoy Pacific Rim though.
I do, and I don't want to ruin it for myself by watching the sequel, which I hate is really bad.
I haven't seen the sequel yet. I keep meaning to, but no.
I heard mixed things about the sequel, so I am going to check it out when it comes out on streaming or whatever.
Da-ba-da.
Yeah.
I really want like a Gypsy Danger figure.
Oh, what?
You know Gypsy Danger?
Yeah, the main one.
Yeah, I want like a figure of it.
Why?
Because I collect figures because I'm an adult.
Yes, I know you do.
And there's actually really nice ones, like the short.
Oh, Bandai do a model kit of it.
No, they do a model kit of Gypsy Avenger.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I didn't read it properly.
There's a really nice Soul of Chigokin Gypsy Danger, but it's also like £300.
Okay.
£223 for this Gypsy Danger kit.
Oh, it's not. Soul of Chigokin's like it's a figure. It's not a kit as such. But Soul of Chigokin is really nice. Like I've seen the reviews for it. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
223. That's not that bad.
Fuck off. Yes, it is.
I mean, I am genuinely tempted to buy one, to be honest. And so just walk into the Chinese and buying like 20 fortune cookies and just fortune cookies for everyone.
Oh,
I bet you got the
Belly,
good news that night.
you and I are gonna get a house on fire. I love fortune cookies.
Fortune cookies are the shit.
Oh,
I just
they're so
see-
good.
I don't like fortune cookies, but I like the fortunes.
I always figured I'd be pretty good at writing fortunes. Can't be that hard.
I actually do like fortune cookies because who doesn't like a fortune cookies? Because who's not a cretin? Well, then you're wrong.
Which is why I always get them.
You just don't taste it.
Hello? Sorry about that.
Don't worry.
It's okay, we're just discussing fortune cookies. On which side of the fortune cookie fence do you stand, yea or nay?
I've never been served one in a restaurant, actually.
Same, yeah.
Never had one.
Fuck you, how can a person be so wrong as to not like Chinese food?
Oh man, yeah, that's wrong. My only issue with fortune cookies is like there's this rule of fortune cookies where the more people you have in the group you're in, the more likely someone's going to open and go, oh, mine says, mine says, help me, I'm trapped in a fortune cookie factory.
I bet you don't even like beans, do you?
That happened to me.
Beans. I bet I like beans. Who the fuck doesn't like beans?
Beans are gross. And I've never liked beans since I was a baby.
Like fucking Heinz.
Oh no. Haricot beans are disgusting.
Just say baked beans and be cool like the rest of us.
I remember
Guys saying.
when I was a little boy, my grandma, before she died, which was admittedly,
Jeez, way to bring the mood down.
it was admittedly only like 2 years ago, but still. When I was a little boy, she gave me a balloon filled with like dried haricot peas, and it was the best thing. And it made a noise when you shook it.
Ah. I know, right?
Yeah.
And we had string, and we'd play all day, and we could make adventures out of that string.
We had yo-yos.
I never really got the hang of yo-yos. I could do a few yo-yos, but never really got very good at it.
Do you know what? I feel so bad for my parents for all the cheap shit they were forced to buy for me as a child. Like when the yo-yo people came into school and were like, oh, cool, everyone should buy yo-yos because they're cool, and then you bought a yo-yo and never used it ever. Or like those little plastic balls that were filled with water and had like a bouncy string on it so you could like... What was the point of those things? They're made out of like...
children nag their parents.
They're made of like jelly.
Yeah,
like
kosh
things
ball.
like jelly shoes.
Yeah. The yo-yo thing was mental, though. I remember them in primary school. It was
remember
mental. There were people like trading for them and paying each other money to buy their yo-yos
Some
off each
fancy
other.
ones that clicked round.
Yeah, and the spun, and you could do the tricks and everything.
I feel
And
like
today's question be if you had a yo-yo move named after you, what would it do? I feel like I want it to be, but I don't think anyone else would want it to be.
I think it's a funny question. You get some interesting answers out of that.
yeah.
How about we all shut up and let Lexa speak? She knows what the fuck she's saying.
Sorry, miss.
Don't apologise to me.
Sorry, Lexa.
I said sorry. Finished.
We could have ASMR episode with all our whispering by now.
If you want, I can do like some ice lolly ASMR. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get a mic check on the go.
I'll take awkward silences for 400.
Oh, it was actually things I wish I never had to hear again.
Ah, shit.
Ah, no.
That can be your mic check then.
So, mic check. You got a mouthful of lolly, or can you do a mic check, Belry?
Why not both?
What kind of lolly is it?
It's actually, we had this exact same discussion on Monday.
Oh God!
It's one of those twisty ones, but it's not a twister. And it's like a dowel instead of a stick, and they're from Sainsbury's, and they're very
To be
tasty.
fair, that sounds incredible.
One
What
sec.
flavour is it though?
It's lots of flavours.
Lots of flavours immediately assumed to be lemon and lime.
Well, I
It is
mean,
a sort of-
Twisters are traditionally lemon and lime, so...
I thought Twisters were just lime
don't-
and some weird cream stuff.
Maybe, actually, maybe they are lime. I had one the other day, it was really good. However, I paid... It's not my bit, but I'm good. I paid £1.60 for a Twister at work. So basically, the canteen at my work is really fucking expensive. And they have, like, Calippos on the price list. And, like, Magnums on the price list. But nothing else. So everything else you have to kind of assess, is it more Calippo or is it more Magnum? I
White
would say-
Magnum is the top tier of all ice
Yeah.
creams on a stick.
Now, if you were to ask me whether a Twister is a Magnum level ice cream or a Calippo level ice cream, it's a Calippo level ice cream.
I'll call it mid-tier, yeah.
What the fuck was that,
That's the ice lolly. I needed both hands free to take the pictures, so I had to hold it like that.
Out of shot, there's the continue of last week's
Sorry
conversation,
to see the picture.
where it's some kind of creature and we're back talking about sounding again.
I mean,
Oh,
that
God.
does definitely look like a penis.
But it's very yummy. And also, if I turn it around, it does this noise.
Well, if we ever need that sound effect, I'll let you know.
The first episode of Penance ASMR.
Oh God, no.
Hold on, right, make that noise again, I'll do the whisper over the top of it and we like our jingle. Ready? Go. There you go, that's a freebie.
Yeah, that's definitely going in the nonsense at the end.
I thought you weren't recording.
No, I recorded because I was doing a mic check for Belry.
Oh yeah, that's how this all started.
Is that
Yeah.
the weirdest picture I've ever taken of myself?
Probably.
I hope
Is that
so.
the what?
I see.
I'm trying to decide if it's the weirdest picture I've ever taken of myself.
Frankly, I doubt
No,
it.
it's not.
I'm sure it's not.
Saying no with certainty kind of concerns me.
Oh dear.
We'll try and find it as we go on.
I'll have some appropriate reaction gifts ready.
So, mic check, Meg.
Oh, sorry. I have 2 stories for you. So there was a sunbathing bit impaled by a breach umbrella due to high winds in some Spanish country. Can't find it. And it impaled her through her leg.
Ow.
And they had to get bolt cutters to remove it. Also, there is a naked ghost hunter gets stuck in a gate in bizarre quest to find paranormal activity. He was spotted by a man who started filming as he warned the man not to rip his testicles on the sharp metal. Why do these random people
Why do these random people?
try and get themselves? There's a video and everything.
There's a video of a man telling another man, watch you don't rip your testicles.
Yes.
Does he say testicles? I feel like he probably doesn't.
It is sound
I'm
advice.
not watching the video, so
Oh.
I'd rather not watch someone almost get their testicles ripped off.
How's everybody's weekend?
Not bad.
Thank you for not leaving me hanging.
I can't remember what I did.
Never put me in front of a crowd and be like, just vamp for a minute.
I had
It's gonna
ice
end up
cream
like
for
this.
On Sunday, I was working all day, but I had ice cream for lunch, so that was nice. I just looked back at that picture that you put of me, and I look really fat in that picture, don't I?
Me don't.
Oh,
I would.
Belry. Mic check, Rosie.
Boots has just released its latest bargain, a bundle of No. 7 makeup products worth £99, available for just £30.
What?
Woo!
Boots has been teasing the bargain offer for weeks, posting a tweet earlier this month. The vault allows shoppers who sign up to the waiting list 24 hours early access to the deal. So while it's still available to the wider public today, it's actually been on sale to certain customers since yesterday.
That's bullshit.
Even more of a reason to snap it up now.
Is it though?
Hey.
Ducks are sinister.
It's a goose.
Oh, is it?
It's an electronic goose.
It's a surveillance goose.
An e-goose.
Spy.
Spy goose.
You say e-goose.
Yes, I said e-goose.
E-goose.
That sounds like some kind of French word.
What,
E-goose.
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 Bonjour, je m'appelle Matt et je voudrais un e-goose, s'il vous plaît.
That does sound quite French, yes.
That's because it was French.
I don't know about the e-goose part. I don't think that's a word, Matt.
I mean, French for email is just email in a stupid accent, so it might be French still.
That's because so they have the Académie Française who basically decide what words get a French word or not. And usually it's so like, for example, the internet was deemed important enough and French enough that you can call it l'internet. But things like fish and chips aren't. So fish is like poisson and chips are frites, but the meal fish and chips isn't French enough to deserve a French word, so they just use the English for it. So if you want fish and chips, you walk in like, bonjour monsieur, it's like, ah bonjour, qu'est-ce que tu voudrais? Ah, maintenant je voudrais un fish and chips s'il vous plaît. And like, ah, pas problème. And you eat your fish and chips.
That seems weird though, because fish and chips are separate words even when you're ordering it here.
Yeah,
Also, the internet isn't very French either.
no, I know, but it's like significant enough to French culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of porn on it.
Yeah, that's very French.
Which country do you think invented porn?
Probably one of the...
Probably
Probably
Mesopotamia.
Greece or Mesopotamia, somewhere on there.
So the guy with the longest fingernails in the world has had them cut, and they're on display in a museum.
Ugh.
So there's a little video of it, and they had to be cut with a Dremel.
Nice.
Oh,
He's probably got
just the
incredibly
texture of it
desensitized
being
fingers.
done was
Just looking at them is just gross.
yeah.
It seems impractical, if nothing else.
Yeah. Was it on one hand or was it both?
I think it was both.
You'd just keep one, wouldn't you, just for
Well,
snatching?
Yeah, you would just eat one.
Between them, his nails were 9 meters long between all of them. That's insane.
That's like 9 7-year-olds.
That's
Did
a
you...
weird way of measuring it, Belry.
Belry measured everything in 7-year-olds. Oh, where'd you live? Oh, it's about half an hour drive north of South Shields. Where's that? Oh, it's about 474
The average sort of rule of the bar is about 0.37-year-olds long.
Weirdly, a 7-year-old is also about a meter as well. It's easy to convert.
Yeah, it's a very convenient conversion.
Did you see the random? Here's a tangent. Did you see the random statue of Jeff Goldblum that appeared by Tower Bridge?
Yes.
No.
I haven't seen it. I heard that it was a half-naked thing of Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Now TV just like put a massive statue of Jeff Goldblum by the Tower Bridge.
It's so
It's not a very
random.
good statue, is it?
not.
Really?
No, its face.
It
the
looks
face
more
is
like
wrong.
It's like zombie Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he looks
What's the name of the
decayed.
Sixth Sense?
Oh, the terrible,
M.
terrible
Night Shyamalan.
director.
That's the one. It looks more like him.
Shyamalan or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Anyway.
It was a homebrew game made by
I'm
some
sure it
dude.
was. Yeah, it sounds like it. You went to some random dude's house. He was like, "Oh, do you want to play my homebrew game? Pretend to be a dog." That sounds dodgy as fuck.
Actually, to be honest, I've RP'd a dog as well, but only in like IRC roleplay, which is actually quite funny. I did the dog for the hero for Elden and Dragon Age thing, and that was weird.
Or
It
the
was.
Maxi dog.
Yeah, the Mabari. I played the Mabari.
The dog is the best because
He is
The dog just brings things. You're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, it's a bit where I can't remember which one it is.
Good boy.
It's in Origins where you're basically every character gets asked like a tough question about like a decision they've made or something.
Yes, yes.
And then it's just like it just turns to the dog and he's just like,
He just barks.
"Who's a good boy?"
I think the one I remember is that him and who's the one with the sort of cornrows in Dragon Age?
Sten.
Yeah, they just talk to him. He's like,
Yeah, he growls at you. And
You're a
he
noble
growls at-
warrior, barking happily.
Hello, Kadan. He's really funny. He's so weird.
No,
I
it's
just
only this
Won't
week.
make it till
Oh,
He
yeah,
said
I
he might
remember
be
now.
on late, but
Yeah, I remember that now. How we know what happens to Karen and the Smotherers?
well, AG was like, I have a convoluted story that will end with this and this and this. I'm just like, oh, okay, sure.
You have a reading of it.
We have a similar beginning because the band.
I
Yeah.
want to know what happens to.
If you can't make it tonight, I said to him just to record it and send it to me. So
And then they all lived happily ever after. The end. I actually have. I currently have 2 endings.
oh god,
So as
one with Karen, one without ending or something.
I think we all know how the thing between Karen and Tubbs is going to go. Let's
In
be honest.
fire and blood.
Yes.
Fire and blood. They'll probably end with you burning Karen alive and then raising her corpse.
No, I think it will end with Karen just twatting Tubbs. Or,
Yeah, that
I've been
probably-
trying to poison you for the past 2 months using various different colours I found under the sink.
It's like the Addams Family, where
Yeah.
she tries to murder Fester. The entire movie, she's trying to kill him, and it's just like, no!
How did you know? It's
anyone
the
message
end
Belry?
of the curse as we know it. He's definitely about because we have been liaising.
Okay.
Oh my.
He's just.
I'll just go wake him up.
You message him and wake him up then.
Oh, I don't need to message him.
You just have to roll over and nudge.
I'll be honest, if I roll over, I'll nudge him naturally. So I said, "Hey you," to Belry,
Hey you.
and then he said, "Me," and nothing else.
Yeah,
Chosen. Farewell, my
White half
friends.
past.
I go on to a better life.
He said I can play Karen tonight. My name's Karen, and I am echoing through Dragon's microphone.
Yep.
That was like female Morgan. My name is female Morgan Freeman.
My name is Female Morgan Freeman.
I remember the first time I saw Annie Dufresne.
Oh, he was Care Lebowski.
Hello.
Like Karen.
I thought.
Hey, Care Bear.
Belry, you noob. This is why we're getting divorced. This is
Well,
sort of divorce.
by death is divorce. It's just more people
No.
keep stuff.
Maybe Tubbs doesn't not die.
Maybe Tubbs can't die.
I mean, maybe, I don't want to go for spoilers, maybe he does ask the literal immortality.
Yep. Maybe Karen tries to see if she can break through the. She doesn't understand the concept of immortality.
I mean, to be fair, we had a pretty good go with Strad.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
We tried our hardest. I just got caught up in the violence.
Oh, Miss Curse.
Let's
And by which
get
I mean, like,
a mic check on the go.
Je ne suis pas prêt.
So, mic check Tubbs.
I'm going to level with you. I only moved my name so I could be first.
Doesn't
Because I'm
surprise
always
me.
I'm first. So, I don't have the theme tune, but do I want to play one last round of
But
the...
how will we do without AJ's buzzer?
I know, it's a very low budget version because AJ's not here to do the buzzer and I'm not here to do the... I mean, I am here.
You're not here.
Hi, yeah, no, I am here.
You're only here in spirit.
Yeah, I am. So, here's an interesting fact. I have owned the Monster Manual for a number of years, and I have never actually seen this monster before somehow. This monster lives in caves and caverns throughout the Underdark. Voracious monsters feast on whatever they can catch and seize.
Oh,
It eats any creature, from Underdark beasts to adventurers in their gear. Yeah, sorry, I had
Is
puppy.
it my
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend?
It's
Sorry.
not some sort of... What's the drow called? They're half spider.
Drydar.
I believe that's not how you answer a question. You don't say, oh, what's that answer?
Well, it depends if we're playing Jeopardy or not.
I mean, okay, yeah, we're playing Jeopardy, yeah, sure. So,
What is that drow spider thing?
Unfortunately,
The cards flute.
that is incorrect. This beast is an evolved, mature form of a piercer, with which it shares its rock-like appearance and hunting tactics. It can hold still for hours, shutting its single eye to look nothing more than a mundane formation of rock. Anyone?
Is it a rock that someone stuck a googly eye to?
Basically, yeah.
Is it Tencho?
It's not Tenjo. John, I am really worried. So there's been a whole sort of raft of things that have happened in my life where I think I might be going slowly mad. Like Tuesday, I had to do some work really urgently, like for Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And then I opened it up, and it turned out I'd already done it.
That
And
does sound quite tensional.
Maybe someone broke into your house and did your work for you.
Well, it would
Yeah,
have
like
been
the
my house,
elf.
didn't work.
Maybe
And we
the
have-
gnomes got to it.
I mean, we have armed guards on the gates, and they don't have security clearance. It was a roper.
Have you got borrowers?
Maybe. Yeah, exactly.
Could
I
it
don't
be
know what
them?
the fuck a roper is. To be fair, why were they called borrowers, not thieving little shits?
Because they didn't actually take it outside of your house, they sort of just took it somewhere else.
Ah, so
Yeah,
so
they
it's
don't
actually
took
like a
little
house full of
things that you
living
wouldn't
thieves.
miss.
See, that's
Also,
strange, because when I necked a whole bottle of communion wine, they said it was theft, but I didn't take it out of God's hand. Those wafers make your mouth really dry.
You would be depriving the rest of the congregation of their holy water.
I mean,
Like proper wine that
Yeah.
you get, or is it just like whatever's
No,
cheapest
it's
Tesco's?
no, it's non-alcoholic wine.
well, some of it is.
It has got alcohol, they just usually have it such a little...
One, yeah, one of my
you get the tiniest amount.
Well, not for me.
Well,
so, like,
most
the
people
way
do.
the church that I go to, they have like a little goblet-y thing they serve it out of, and they kind of like keep tipping it until
Could
you're
you
like,
steal
I've
the
had some
goblet as
wine.
well?
No, they
That would
they
probably
hold
worth
it.
something.
The one that Mum's church had was like non-alcoholic wine, and they have it in this little like earthenware tumbler
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So they do
a
have-
lot of churches moved to non-alcoholic wine.
Yeah.
For any past alcoholics in the congregation.
They
Don't
do have
want to-
non-alcoholic wine, so you can queue up for non-alcoholic wine, you can queue up for wine, but I'm queuing for wine.
Oh, they've got a second queue, so things get done faster. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean they have like 4 queues, it's great.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's better than most
Okay.
post offices.
Yeah. Anyway,
This
is that
might
enough?
be the right group of people to ask. We came across a monster in our D&D group yesterday that I don't know what it is and the GM won't tell us.
Okay.
So it... Christ, okay. So it has tentacles. It looks
Ooh.
like a worm, has tentacles, and a beak, and hates the light.
It is... Can it fly?
No.
Could it not just... That just sounds like a squid.
Yeah.
Just like a regular squid.
I know, but it was inside
No.
a castle and it was climbing the walls.
Yeah, I know it's, I
That's
can't remember what
good.
it's called. I've seen one before.
I'd say I'll consult my monster manual, but your DM has my monster manual.
No, he does not. I have it. That doesn't mean I've been able to find this yet. There's a lot of monsters in here.
Oh,
Maybe it's homebrew and you made it up.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Oh no!
We've lost a Rosie. She's my favourite character. I was thinking of a growl. They have tentacles and they have a beak, but they don't fly. Well, oh, no. Do you know what it is? I reckon it's a grick.
Rick, okay?
Yeah, look up grick.
Because I don't really have enough time to sit and go through the entire monster manual.
It's basically a snake with tentacles at the end and a beak.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It looks like a
God,
daisy
that
that's
is-
let itself
Oh.
go.
That is awful.
That's Mama.
Yeah, that could definitely be it.
It's an evil daisy.
If
I'm
it
pretty
helps.
sure I've seen that on Bad Dragon's website.
Feed me, Seymour.
Not this
Feed me.
time.
Yeah, they all say from Bad Dragon websites.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they hide in the dark and they're like ambush hunters.
It was really, really nasty to try and kill.
So, well, there's two. So there's Grex and there's Grick Alphas, which are...
Hello?
Hello!
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Are we doing... Is today going to be the long-awaited
get an answer
ASMR episode?
for Matt's current creature? What was it again?
That was a Roper.
Ah!
Yeah, I've
now
literally...
you say that, I was like, I never would have thought of that.
In all of the history of playing and looking at D&D, I've never even come across it.
Yeah.
I feel like having a whole cavern full of those, just there's guys
stalactites and these weird things.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that one on Bride Dragon too.
That one's much closer to Bad Dragon. Anyway.
Belry, talk for a minute. Mic check.
Hello, it's me, Belry. I was in Newcastle today, doing Newcastle things, because I've got sick of washing the same shirt every single day for work, so I bought a second shirt. I only owned one shirt, because I was like...
An investment.
Wait, I was like, they'll give me a shirt with the fucking logo on it, but it's been 3 months and I still haven't got one, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy one. I also bought some Magic cards, because I've decided I want to get back into Magic.
See, I like opening card packs, but...
Well, I got a couple of nice Mythic Rares, actually, which is nice. Just like from the first 10 packs I've opened in 2 years. So that was nice, including a Planeswalker that has an ability which is target opponent discards all except one of their cards in their library into exile.
What? How the fuck does that work?
That's harsh.
It's fucked up, but right.
Your library's your deck, right?
Yeah. Exile is like a graveyard that you can't access under any circumstances as well. But it's a Planeswalker that's a 7-drop. It's a 3-color 7-drop, so it's not easy to summon. And then you need to transform it.
When you say 3 color, as in it uses 3 different...
3 different colors of mana, yeah. And it costs 7. And then you have to transform it, and then it'll take 3 turns, because Planeswalkers have an ability that gives them life points. And then 2 that spends life points to do a thing. And so it would take 3 turns minimum to get enough points after it's transformed to do that ability, and it would kill it.
Yeah, but
basically,
then you destroy it.
It's sort of nuke strike, 3 turns to kill it.
It would take you pretty late in the game because you need a lot of mana, and maybe 5 or 6 turns after that to actually do it. And it's obviously a very big target.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Tubbs, are you coming to tabletop or Dragon Meat?
Tubbs might become a Dragon Meat.
Dragon Meat.
Okay, who else wants to strangle Tubbs?
I could do Evening's Entertainment and Dragon Meat.
It's still funny.
Man rips testicles, it's still funny, right?
I maintain it's good advice to not...
Don't rip your testicles.
No, when you're shouting, please don't try and rip my testicles off, is good advice.
But why would you be naked trying to squeeze through a gate in the first
I don't think he was
Because
naked.
maybe he's trying to, catfish horny ghosts.
He was naked.
Maybe his musk allures ghosts.
Someone was probably playing the squeeze box on the other side.
Yeah.
You're not in control of yourself when someone's playing a squeeze box.
Maybe he was wearing really thin linen trousers and they just ripped right through.
What, the Emperor's new clothes?
Did the Emperor wear
that
linen?
was no clothes.
No, there was no clothes because the Emperor wasn't very smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
the
But
Emperor should have gone to Primark.
did get new clothes that were just so high quality and sheer that they were completely see-through. I went to Primark, that's why I bought my shirt today.
Nice.
I really like them because they've got lots of really what everyone thinks are really tacky, but I love 70s ass shirts.
You and your James May shirts.
Like the one that I'm wearing in that picture, actually.
That's a shirt. I thought it was some kind of hoodie.
No, it's just
God,
a
it is
shirt
now I see it.
with the unbuttoned quite low because it's really fucking hot.
My dad is a big fan of Hawaiian shirts, and my mum hates them. She absolutely despises them with a passion. I'm not kidding. Okay, this is from the Mirror, so I take it with a pinch of salt. Woman gets Kinder egg stuck up in her vagina after a romantic proposal goes horribly wrong.
Oh.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound hugely romantic.
I'd like to know how.
No, not sure yet. God went wrong, ended up in hospital after getting an Easter egg stuck up there. A Kinder egg, sorry. There's a ring to be bought, lots of planning involved, and of course the pre-proposal jitters. Will they say yes? Will they say no? there's also a lot that could go wrong, and we're not talking about rejection. And I'm like, she wanted to give him a Kinder surprise. That was the whole reason.
No.
Oh my god.
So she shoved the Kinder Surprise up herself
With a ring in it.
with a ring in it.
Yes.
How is she gonna get it out?
I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, I think most people seem to understand that the first thing you need to learn if you want to use that as a toy is make sure you can get it back out.
I've just read the next line. It's like, the plan was simple. She would suggest some finger work to her partner. He would discover it, retrieve it, and then she would drop down on one knee. Oh dear God.
That's adorably romantic, and that's the kind of crazy shit one of my exes would have pulled.
It is possible to if things get stuck, to go fishing with your fingers to try and pull things out.
Yeah.
Or you can just push them.
The egg had been inserted vertically, but later turned horizontally.
It's not that difficult to
it's not.
move things round. Holy fuck.
It's a Kinder egg. She's probably crushed it and melted it by now.
But it couldn't have been the chocolate, otherwise.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was just the pod with.
It must have been the pod, which means that either she and her now fiance are incredibly inept.
Plus, she severely misunderstood the purpose of shitty Kinder eggs.
Maybe she was practicing with champagne corks.
There's a quote.
Oh, to practice.
There's a quote.
Oh god.
Oh dear,
Actually, no. Do you know what it is? Most Kinder eggs now have that hole in it, so kids can't swallow it. She probably just kept pushing air through it, trying to get it back out.
Oh god, I'm actually crying with laughter. Actually.
What's the quote then? Come
What's
on.
next?
No amount of sugaring from either of them would get this particular goose to lay her golden egg.
You've raised the bar.
That's not how vaginas work. Wow.
So.
This carries on. Apparently, the quote carries on. Remarkably, she was so keen to maintain the surprise that she wouldn't tell him what she'd done or why.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How could you hide that? So she ends up having to go to hospital to get it removed?
Yeah,
No, that's
they
what she
had-
was
when
waiting for. A&E, when they showed her the X-ray, she could show it to him as well, and she'd be like, "Well."
She popped the question anyway, and her boyfriend said yes, and they sped off to the hospital where they were attended by the guy that's giving them the quote.
I love that conversation.
fucking
It's stuck. It's really
ridiculous.
stuck up there. It's really, really stuck. So, do you want to marry me?
I just think it's funny. It's so funny.
No, I'm sure it's not very difficult to get a Kinder egg capsule stuck up your vagina. The question
It's not
is.
very difficult to get things out of there.
I was going to say.
It's
I was,
not even a sphere.
I was more concerned about the train of thought that leads to that being a thing. That's the bigger concern, I feel.
Well, maybe their thing was they like to get fingered.
Yeah, and I can get that, but then why stick a Kinder egg? I'm sure you can get your other half to finger you without sticking a Kinder egg up your.
I don't fucking know.
I have before been given the suggestion of a cream egg.
Is that not...
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh Christ.
So you put a cream egg in and then they eat it out of you.
I mean, that just sounds messy more than anything else.
Oh, the absolute horror.
It's not that. It's more the stickiness and the.
I love cream eggs. That makes people so sick.
I do know someone who used to fuck herself with a Mars bar because her partner was really into it. She was dating a really crazy sugar-obsessed lesbian. And she's like, yeah, the best thing is when you fuck yourself with this, because then she goes, yeah, and goes down you all the time. Then about 2 weeks later, she realised this kept giving her yeast infections.
Was she also Scandinavian?
No, she was from London.
Just with that yaw.
No, it's... Imagine Rebecca's voice, and then make it more high-pitched, and you've got the girl.
Now I'm trying to remember Rebecca's voice, and I can't remember what she sounds like.
For fuck's sake, Belry. Right, yeah, mic check still. This is probably all going to end up in the bonus episode.
Oh god, probably. Yay.
Mic check, Belry.
Hello, it's me, Belry. I'm not even going to try and compete with that story, because goddamn. So this is me making noises, so you can all decide whether or not my volume and my various audio settings are at acceptable levels.
Well, I'm glad you're not talking about sounding.
No, that just strikes me as unpleasant. Oh, I don't have a story about sounding, but my brother, when in school, when you're in school and you go on school trips.
If this involves sounding, I really don't want to know. Carry on.
Well, my brother was on a school trip to the Isle of Wight for like a week, and it was night, and...
Well, permanently?
Well, no, it was night time in the Isle of Wight, and all the lights off, and everyone started hearing this sound, and then it turns out that there was a kid sticking like a fucking knitting needle down his knob.
Yeah.
And that's how everybody found out he was into sounding.
Fair.
I'll refer you to a minute ago when the phrase "this better not be about sounding" was said.
What you gonna do about it? Do you know what? I think this all sounds like it can be pretty dangerous.
I don't even know what sounding is.
Have you not figured
Sounding
it
is
out?
inserting something through the urethra.
And no. You guys know. I have to cross my legs.
Right.
I've had a child. I've had cactus.
Everything is somebody's fetish.
Yeah, just no.
I feel like these sound checks have really changed from episode 1 to 17.
I'd agree, yeah.
Let's just publish this as an episode and people just understand how much, like...
Oh, I'm genuinely contemplating taking all the bits I have from the intros that I saved and just putting them all together as one just... mess.
Curse of Penance RPG, this is why it takes us 7 hours to record a 1 hour episode.
The censored reel.
I rolled an 8 to find the episode, and I think that's enough. If I had time, I'd rather listen to Pretending with Dice.
Thank you for sucking up to me.
Or Dead Horse.
I haven't listened
But
to
it's
it
like...
We're third.
No, because I listen as we do it.
Uh-huh.
We're the only Penance podcast, right? Yeah, but I'm not sure that Dragon has the ability to be that critical of much.
Oh,
Honey.
Sorry, shall I show you my emotional scars?
Belry, peel back your skin so he can see.
Then clearly we don't get the real Dragon here because you.
There is a reason that I make sure that my microphone is always muted. Trust me.
I have played across from this woman, I know.
Jeez, just when I thought I was getting ingratiated with the group.
I don't know. I was about to make the same joke Belry made, to be honest. If I'm being perfectly honest. Not necessarily Anne Robinson, but I was going to be like, yeah, I'm glad Terry Wogan's dead. That's going to get taken out of context.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead.
This is to reflect how much I love the World Cup by start talking about dead celebrities instead.
Yeah, it's really
But
thrown me off,
Germany
to be
got
honest.
knocked out today.
I don't care.
Oh no, I've just given people an idea of when we recorded this. Right. I'm going to roll to find the episode. I rolled a 7, let's carry on.
Sorry, I did a quick Google. Anne Robinson is dead, but the South African Anne Robinson is dead.
The South African Anne Robinson is dead.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is the South African Anne Robinson?
The South African host of The Weakest Link, who was hailed as better than Anne Robinson, has been found dead in her home in Cape Town, and she apparently trained under Anne Robinson in 2003.
How are they?
Please tell me this wasn't news today.
One sec, I'll just find the date.
Our Weakest Link host, like Highlander.
Oh no, this happened like...
There could be only one.
They just stand over them with a sword. You are the Weakest Link. Goodbye.
All the power gets sucked into them, yeah.
How are they quantifying like that she was better as well? What, like she could do more push-ups or something?
What was the name of the South African Anne Robinson?
They were all called Anne Robinson, it's like James Bond.
Oh.
One sec, I have to reopen the...
They have to legally change their name by default to Anne Robinson. Do you remember that episode of Simpsons where Krusty opens like a Krusty the Clown school? Where you train to be a clown? Yeah. That's what they do for Anne Robinson's, but like part of the entry form is you sign that your name is now legally Anne Robinson. That's why Anne Robinson's face looks so weird, because it's actually a mask.
To be fair, she does kind of look like Anne Robinson.
Are they not all supposed to, though?
I don't know.
When you say look like Anne Robinson, are we talking like Anne Robinson as in Anne Robinson on Watchdog, or are we talking like the sort of weird, like, glasses and stuff thing that she was in The Weakest Link?
Yeah, there was a lot of plastic surgery in The Weakest Link.
There was.
Doesn't she look
Fucking hell! She looks like a cross
God.
between Anne Robinson and... What's the name of the guy on CNN that's got, like, the bleached blonde hair?
Well, Anderson Cooper.
Aye. See what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Ginger and have glasses.
Yeah,
Mad.
if you had a ginger and Anderson Cooper, that's quite... Now I noticed that's quite creepy, I don't like that.
Turn it up.
The eyes bore into your soul.
Dead.
Let's just roll some dice to get rid of that.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
Eddie Izzard is my hero, and I reckon I can recite all of the circle in French because that's how I studied my A-level French. Didn't come in handy.
Surprise me.
Not a lot of questions about transvestites and travesties in French.
Trying to remember the rest of the script from Circle, but yeah.
So, like, in my A-level exam, they were like, "Ah, le château, qu'est-ce que tu fais?" I'm like, "Oui, et c'est plus difficile parce que en français, le mot est travesti, mais est-ce qu'il y a un mot en anglais travesti, qui est une catastrophe. Donc, j'arrive à France et je suis découvert, je suis une catastrophe. Bonjour, je suis une catastrophe. Blah, blah, blah. Apparently, that didn't get me my A-level.
Fair enough. I wrote Rammstein lyrics in my German undergrad exam.
Was it just...
It's all in German anyway, and they just went, oh, he's translated that as well, that must be bonus points. Fuck it.
Du hast.
No, it was like Engel or something, I can't remember which one it was. It was like when Sensuch was out.
The ones that
Anyway.
go, I've been watching, I've been waiting.
That's the Rasmus. That's the Rasmus.
Yeah, that wasn't Rammstein.
That was the Rasmus.
Slight difference. Slightly more sex on stage on the Rasmus shows, but yeah. So
I don't know, have you ever been to a Rasmus stroke?
No, I was saving myself for a special girl.
I'll be honest, my favourite Rammstein song will be the one from Final Fantasy X forever. That's just an interesting fact about my life.
Rammstein did a song for Final Fantasy X?
No, it was just labelled that on a bunch of things like
okay,
Vampire and whatnot.
So Otherworld, they used Otherworld for the first thing, and I also use it for all my D&D boss music because it's an epic boss music.
See, next thing we're going to be talking about is on like the days of Livewire and like Cradle of Filth's Gothic Romance, which you downloaded thinking it was a music video and turned out to be hardcore German porn.
Nice. What do you mean accidentally? I mean, yeah, absolutely.
No, it's because it was the days of LimeWire where literally it was just like, come fuck my PC!
Yeah, I remember that. And then trying to stream it as you were downloading it because I really wanted to listen to it, but it's taking.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you're not downloading like hosing down some random car as a video or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Before I start, quick question: how close are we putting this to your initial question? Because, like,
well, how far away can you get from dead celebrity? If you say like Mr. Motivator or something, I'm not going to be surprised.
No.
Actually,
anyway.
is he dead?
Only one way to find out: by killing him ourselves.
There can be only one. Anyway, hello.
No, he's alive, 65, and motivated as hell.
Is the cunt who played Mr. Blobby dead?
I don't know,
I
but
hope
my
so.
cousin is mortally afraid of him.
He is terrifying, though.
I don't like
Who
him.
thought it was a good idea?
His name is literally Barry Killerby.
When I was a kid, I had like
Oh, you had a mic that cut out a lot.
Yeah, he did.
That's interesting.
Hopefully that got better as he got older, but we'll only find out in time.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, while he fixes his microphone, carry on.
In the first of many things that are going to get cut this week, at some point when we're not under time pressure, get me to my story about the time I was like to have a threesome. Because it is the greatest failure followed by immediate success in my life ever.
You do know that I have to put this at the end of an episode now you've said this.
That's fine. Because everyone's like, man, he's so cool, and they won't know how awkward I was.
No, we'll know.
Did it happen? Who knows?
Have I to leave this in as a spoiler?
I'd like to tell at the end if we have time.
Right, okay.
Unfortunately, there are 3 other people who don't come out of it so good because one of them, well, 2 of them are. There's an anal gnome involved. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that. What? I'm also worried you're not taking me literally when I say anal gnome.
Trust me, dear. Nothing you can say will surprise me.
I feel like it might ruin the fantasy genre for a lot of people if it were recorded.
I'm not sure if I should be imagining a midget or a novelty butt plug.
More of a novelty dildo.
Is this the one in the shape of Jesus again?
No, it's in the shape of a garden gnome.
Ah.
And one of the people featured in the story was very proud of the fact he nearly made it over the shoulders.
Congratulations.
When someone gives you that information, it's very hard. It's fairly impressive, let's be honest.
Are we
but
talking
it's
like
hard.
normal sized gnome?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is quite impressive then.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends.
Although now that
depends which direction you're taking it from, I suppose.
Now that you mention it, the gnome's height, I imagine, is quite a conductive shape to a, like...
I mean, they are quite,
I mean, it is kind of flared enough that, yes, it would be.
Yeah. Nice, gradually increasing thickness, yeah.
So, moving on from...
There you go.
That's enough air to drown itself.
Just in case.
That looks like a crayon.
Yeah, it does. Only imagine it's actually normal sized.
That would genuinely be a bitch to get back out if you get it past the arms.
More to the point, the worst bit of all of this is that one day I'm going to need to develop vetting insecurity, which means they'll go through my entire internet history.
Wow.
If that's the worst on that, then they better not look at mine.
He's got a thing for sitting on gnomes.
I'm kind of annoyed that they haven't, like, took out the bit where, like, there's the gap between the legs, because that's just shoddy workmanship.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit
The thing about butt plugs, Belry, you don't tend to want a gap.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but, like,
Or a little rod.
I'm looking at this as a piece of art more than anything else. And as a piece of art, it fails.
I mean, it has a lot of mold lines on it as well.
Oh, did they not even take off all the flash?
No. God, do you remember when we started this 45 minutes ago and said we need to be quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the one who said that.
So much.
Hey, so listeners, when you're listening to this will be like 2 minutes for you, and you always had our slick introductions. We've been going 45 minutes and we're already tired.
How about we start?
Let's start.
And now we start.
Safety line.